Shalom, shalom, family. Welcome back to another installment of the Kingdom Music Reviews podcast with your brother and host, Take One Not Servant. Uh, Alongside me today, I got my brother out from the West Coast, none other than Yafi. He used
Shalom,
to go by the
shalom, man. Yeah.
yeah, man. He used to go by Akmar, years back, but now Yafi, due to the epiphany and the spiritual shift that the Most High has had upon him in his life, got him finally for a sit down of beyond the mic. This is actually something we was supposed to be doing last season, but things happen, life and whatnot, responsibilities, things that we accountable for and whatnot. But all praises to the Most High and Hamashiach that we finally was able to get around to making this happen right now, man. But before we get into the installment, of course, if y'all haven't, you do yourself a just service, go back, peep, a lot of the other installments that we've already done for the month of both January and February. And just continue to show support, what I'm saying, to podcasts as well as, a lot of the brothers and sisters, whose music I've already been able to, touch bases with, whether it was last season or this season. We in a time right now where obviously Satan is stopping at nothing to usurp our focus, our attention away from what truly matters the most, which is getting that one penny, I'm saying, as the scripture says, in Matthew chapter 20. And all that one penny means is just the kingdom of heaven, eternal salvation. You know what I'm saying? So continue to show y'all love and y'all support towards them, because y'all love and support towards them, it helps to further spread the agenda of the Most High, what I'm saying, which is eternal salvation through his son. That's the only thing that really truly matters, right? So yeah, with all that said, without further ado, I ain't gonna hold none of y'all. We pretty much gonna get right into it. Once again, I got the brother Yafi, my brother, with me, for this Beyond the Mic, installment, where I have artists on, and basically from A to Z, from Z to A, however you want to look at it, we pretty much just, peel the layers back. We peel the layers back. We try to go beyond just, looking at our brothers or our sisters, just as music ministry servants. I'm saying? Like, everybody has a story, everybody has a testimony to share, and that's pretty much the purpose and the foundation upon which this particular installment of the podcast is predicated on. Just getting to better know the artists themselves, what I'm saying, just beyond the music, what I'm saying, like what led them here, and how did they come to be in this faith? Because you always have to remember what John 15:16 says. Christ already told us that we didn't choose him, he chose us. You know what I'm saying? So um yeah, without further ado, I guess a good, icebreaker. Well, before I even ask the very first question, man, y'all feed man, how you doing, man? How you doing, bro? I mean, I know it's a 3 hour time difference, man. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? I mean,
I'm behind
how are you?
Man. I'm behind you, so I'm good. It's only 10 o'clock where I'm at, man. So, but all is well, bro. Just did a little ripping and running today, man. So it's good to enter into that rest, man, and get my mind right, get ready for relaxation, bro. I'm all good
Mhm.
at all, man.
Oh, praises, man. All praises, bro. Yeah, you get that West Coast energy, man. Bring that West Coast energy to the KMR. Well, I mean, I know I had Jerry Too Saucy on as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, just another round of that, man. Oh
Yes,
man,
sir.
different
Yeah.
vibe, bro. So yeah, man, let's get into this, man. Yeah, I mean, I gotta ask you, bro, because I don't think I've seen you do too many interviews in Israel like that. I mean, I know you get a lot of love, bro. A lot of people support you. Even when we was at F3, just this past summer, they was actually playing your music just before they actually started having some of the first performers on the set list, come out and perform some of their music for the crowd that we had out there, man. So you definitely reaching souls, man. It's a beautiful thing. But if I may ask, and for those who may not necessarily be familiar, with you and your testimony, like how did you really begin, like how, like the journey, from A to Z?
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, the journey started, bro. I was a youngin, grew up around music. My stepfather, he was a Christian rapper. My uncle, he was a musician. So really it started with my uncle when I was a young, like 7 years old. He had me and my cousin spitting our first raps. I still got the recording too. I'm gonna send it to you. I'll give him crack up. But it kind of started with him just kind of pushing us to, do something other than, I guess, getting caught up in the street life and all that. Because we come from that stuff start at a young age, 7, 8, 9. So he used to have us in his closet in his basement, bro, just making music all day. And like I said, my stepfather, he was a Christian rapper. He made albums in the house, and it kind of inspired me to, I used to be just trying to mumble my little raps and everything, and it was phony, but I'm like, man, one day I'm gonna get it down. So it kind of transitioned into me when I became a teenager in high school. I met this guy. He was a Latino guy. His name was George G1, and he had a studio at his house. Man, he used to make mixtapes and sell the mixtapes at school. And like I said, I came up around music, so I'm like, yo, this is my shot. So me and him linked. We made an album, and I remember when it first dropped, bro. We went around school selling them and everything, and I don't know. I think it became like addicting to hear myself on wax. And when I seen how people responded to it, I'm like, oh yeah, I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like it was at that point, it was just all about me, bro. Like I loved to create and write the music, but I hated recording it though. I didn't like recording it. I used to love to spit it to the beat, but when it was time to record it, it sounded weird to me. And I guess from high school, bro, I after high school, I met a guy named Armani Cooper, and they had offered me to come and perform at a show that they was doing because they were up and coming platform called Team Backpack. I'm kind of skipping over things, but I'm just trying to get to the point. Um, so when I was like 18, 19, when I performed for Team Backpack, it was a dope response, bro. Like the crowd, they was rocking with me. It's like one of my very first shows. And after that, they kind of invited me to like join the crew. You know what I'm saying? So from there, we like remixing all the hottest songs that would come out. We just making songs to them. We putting it up on YouTube, bro, and then it start kind of catching. Now we kind of getting momentum, bro, and we getting thousands of views. 1,000 views on YouTube in 2009 was a lot. So we started to get like 1,000 of views, and from that we kind of started doing like hip hop ciphers in the Bay Area, and that just kind of took off, bro. Like it blew up. So we started end up getting like a little 15 minutes of fame, bro. And this is what I was in it for, right? Like since I was a kid, I wanted to be famous. I'm like, I'm gonna do this so I can get the attention. So I finally started getting the attention from the ciphers and people watching YouTube, bro. We out at the mall and we in the clubs and people wanting to take pictures and everything. So yeah, that just fueled me to like want to really pursue it, bro. It wasn't even so much of the music. It was more so like the attention that I got from the music, you know. So I went from, just kind of like making little 1, 2, 3 raps to full blown talking about crazy stuff in my music, killing cats, sleeping with women, and just a whole bunch of stuff I wasn't doing. Right. So like I said, I'm kind of skimming through it, but I never forget when I was out and we in a club and a little Filipino guy, he came up to me like, oh yeah, What's up, young Mar? I used to go by Young Mar. You a hard mofo, man. I love your lyrics, man. You a thug, you this, you that. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, hold on. What? I ain't, in my mind, I'm like, I ain't none of that. But I'm like, this is how people taking this. So now I go from like, man, I want this attention, but because of what I'm talking about, I'm getting the wrong attention. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm painting this picture of myself that I'm really not. And you know, on the occasion that would happen. Like, cats would come up to me like, "Oh yeah, you a street hood nigga." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't live like this." So now I'm starting to be more conscious of what I'm talking about and what I'm spewing out. Right now, I'm like, this has to change. So I began to do like more storytelling and just talking about my environment, not from the standpoint of me doing these things, but from like the perspective of what I'm seeing, you know. And I think after I switched it up a little bit, I began to grow as an artist. You know, I went from being just a rapper to an artist. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like that's kind of how it started, bro. If I'm skipping over anything, feel free, to ask, bro.
No, no, man. I mean, like I said, you already off to I mean, a very, very great start. I mean, sheesh. I mean, this is so many, so many things that I can pick at, really. You know what I'm saying? Just to further expound upon. I mean, I guess an interesting thing that you did say that I still, remembered was when you said you actually, you was addicted to actually hearing yourself because, that's kind of, contrary to, popular belief, I guess, or popular what the popular consensus is, because most of the times people don't really like hearing themselves for real.
Right,
But for you, the fact that you actually loved and enjoyed hearing yourself, what I'm saying, that's interesting, you know what I mean? And obviously it's what fueled you to want to like, you know, do more and more. I know you said you didn't really like the recording process of it all, you know what I'm
right,
saying? But and it wasn't really too much because of the music why you was really doing what you was doing, but it was more so like the appraisal and recognition of men, which quite often, a lot of times, or majority of the times, honestly, that's really why artists do a lot of the things that they do behind the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like it reminds me of that dude, little Tekka, I think that's his name. He was the young you know trap uh internet artist, who blew up years back and whatnot. He got off, he got hot off of a few songs. I think he made one song that went viral. It was called Ransom. Um, but it's like the content of his music, when you really strip it back, is like, he's saying all these things, but he hasn't ever did. I mean, most of what he's rapping about, he hasn't even done it. I mean, he's literally making a song called Ransom. Like,
mm,
what does this little kid know about ransom? But then again, like I said, he was just treating it like it was a game, like it's just play. You know what I'm saying? Like, get nice little hot beat and all this and that, and shoot some visuals or what have you. But this thing winded up, taking him to territory that he never even thought he would be in life. You know what I mean? Like performing on big stages and whatnot. I mean, no, it overwhelmed him. It overwhelmed him because it's like to be that young and to have that much success, falling into your laps like that. It's just in not having the wisdom and the comprehension on how to really manage it and handle it all. It's just like it's too much. You know what I'm saying? He bit off more than he can chew. You know what I'm saying? But the point is he wasn't really living pretty much none of what he was spitting about. You know what
right,
I'm saying? And that's the story of a lot of artists, really. You know what I'm saying? How the industry, manipulates them, and use them like puppets and whatnot. They rap about certain things, but it's like, dude, that when you really look at the core of it all, dude, they're just doing what the labels are telling them to do because it's an agenda that they have to push, you know what I'm saying, towards the masses. But they themselves, they're not even really living it like or living that type of life. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's all set up by design, but for you, going through that metamorphosis from just a rapper to actual artist who is putting authenticity at the forefront of how you deliver your messages. Obviously that was the turning point for you, and that's honestly the most commendable thing that you can do with your music is come from a place of authenticity, because at the end of the day, it's your story. You know what I mean? The Most High has put things on just. I see that's your son.
It's my
You done?
daughter. Yes,
Oh,
baby.
okay, okay, okay.
Gotta take one. Say hi.
Hi.
What's up? Say shalom. Say Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
My
Shabbat
father.
shalom.
Okay, go ahead. You don't have to ask. Go ahead. And then go lay down. Okay.
Hi.
My bad. Hi.
No, you good, you good. Yeah,
Yes.
cute little girl. But yeah, but yeah, so what was I saying? But yeah. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the Most High, he has a specific vision, that He's put on, your spirit, saying to convey to the people and whatnot. So definitely, sounds to me like, once you came into that understanding, that obviously, paid you dividends, in the long run, because now, like just from there and the type of music that you're putting on now, it's like, of course, it's a night and day difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, yeah, bro. And then even like the storytelling and whatnot, because I remember listening to one of your tracks of yours. It's actually one of my favorites that you've ever done. The one with the sister Brit Yah. Streets hold me back. Like
Right.
that's a classic. That's a classic example of that street telling. You know what I'm saying? And being able to so you literally was like a narrator is what she was. Like take the beat away, like just vocals, bro. Like you literally was just like a narrator, you know what I'm saying, of the lives of these individuals that are around you, you know what I mean? But I know you mentioned, you were part of a team backpack and whatnot. I mean, what was that experience like? I mean, do you really feel like, your confidence grew as a rapper or what have you, or somebody, beyond the mic and stage presence and all those things, with your experience with them? And what do you think was like the main reason as to why, the most, because like I said, our steps are ordered by the Most High. Nothing is coincidence or coincidental. Like, what do you think was the main thing that you had to learn from, being with that group for that period of time that you were with them?
Yeah. I definitely think that it was a learning process. I grew definitely lyrically. I was around some very lyrical geniuses during that time, bro. And I was more of a songwriter, but I didn't have like the bars like that. You know what I'm saying? Like to where I can, like we would do ciphers where everybody, you would spit a 16. It would be three guys. You go spit a 16, the next person go, and like you had to really come with the bars, bro. Because like I said, if you said some phony stuff, bro, YouTube would tear you up, bro. So I think it taught me to also be prepared. I never prepared for a cipher. I wouldn't take it serious, bro. Like I said, I wasn't really in it for rapping. I'm like, bro, forget all that. People know us when we go out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the fun part in this whole thing for me. Like 1 second, yes, baby. Okay, go in your room. Okay, it's all right. I love you. Yeah, go ahead. My bad. My bad, bro.
No. We good, man. We family, bro. We all family here, bro. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's like I think the being prepared not only in music but when it comes to life, right? Because I will always like I said, like write a verse the night before, not really taking anything serious. But when you get to the cipher, you see cats been working on theirs for a month. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you kind of falling short because these brothers done prepared. They get up there saying some stuff, and it's like, ooh, I got to go after that. Like so it was kind of rough. Um, but as far as being a part of the group in general, bro, like I never really jailed inside of a group setting. You know, as you know, like no matter how good some brothers may be, if you got an insecurity, it's gonna play out in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times, it's not even so much of what I was saying; it was just how I was saying it. you know. And then, like I said, I sought out the attention from women, from men, you know what I'm saying? And I got it. And I think some cats was like, well, man, like we don't get that type of attention, and we don't, you know. So I think it began to be a little bit of, saltiness, hate, a little bit of jealousy. So like they would try to sometimes like, and it's all good, it's all love, because now that I'm past it, I see it was all part of y'all's plan, right? To get me to divert from that. So they would try to like, just throw shade on the under, and not all of them, but some of them would try to throw shade on the under. They would act like I was part of the group, but not really. You know what I'm saying? It's more, it's like, man, I kind of hate to see this cat coming, you know. And in the moment, I didn't understand it. It's like, man, well, forget y'all too then, But when it was all said and done, I see that the Father was allowing it to happen to get me to take a different route. And actually, bro, I actually went from being an artist in Team Backpack in 2018, bro, right before the Father woke me up. As he was waking me up, the founder came to me and was like, look, I'm on the East Coast taking care of things. I would love for you to run things on the West Coast. So he like put the platform in my hand to do on the West Coast. And I was, yeah, it was something that would have been good if it was given to, well, it wouldn't have been good. I'm just saying it's something that I would have fully functioned in if it would have happened maybe a year or two before. Like by this time he put it in my hands, the awakening already begun. So now it's like I'm listening to these lyrics and what people talking about, and I'm like, yo, I can't do this. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with the stuff that's being said. I don't agree with the mindsets and the heart's posture of people. And like this is a platform who deal with major artists, like we did stuff with Ghostface Killer, what's uh these big battle rappers, Hobson, Dizzy Wright. What's the cat? You know what I'm talking about? What's some cat's name?
You see Daylight, um, Ray,
Daylight, all
yeah,
those guys.
Ray Vaughn, right?
Disaster.
Yeah,
Who else? Tech Nine artists, all the strange music guys. Like we really,
Chaos, maybe. Is
who's
he
that?
one? Chaos, maybe not Chaos. Maybe
I,
somebody
I'm
else.
Man, I forget these guys' names, bro. But like all those
Hmm.
strange music guys, if you look up Team Backpack on YouTube, you will see it all, bro. Like these in the early 2010s and all that, these were big name people. Like we were rocking all these guys. But what I began to see in being a servant as far as trying to run a platform, when you're dealing with artists that has status, they somewhat think that they can speak to you however you want, however they want to. Like you just some second class citizen, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, dog. I ain't that guy, like, so we're gonna have to straighten out. And then when you deal with the female artists, you realize this is not really so much about music, but this is for them to try to get on. So now they being thirsty, and I'm like a year into my marriage, and it was so much, bro. I'm like I said, the Father had already started waking me up. I'm like, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? This is not going to work for me. And a lot of people didn't understand like what was going on with me. Like, why would you not take this opportunity to run this big platform to make some money? You know what I'm saying? And utilize it the best way you can as an artist. Like I said, man, when the spirit of the Father is involved, man, it's no going against that. I mean, you have to like really go against that. The, the conviction was so strong, bro. It's like it wasn't of me. So I would at that point, I was willing to put anything down that came my way. You know what I'm saying? That might have seemed beneficial to men, you know? So yeah, man. I hope I ain't go off on a tangent, bro. But yeah.
Nah, man. I mean, bro. I mean, the more you're able to expound upon, I mean, because who else better can tell it than you? I mean, you lived it. You know what I'm saying? Your steps are ordered by the Most High. He obviously brought you through this experience for a reason. It's just a beautiful thing that you're finally able to air these things out now. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. You know, everything that you was turning down, um, to the average man, right? Who uh obviously desires to have these things, they would look at you and be like, bro, like, are you crazy? Like, people out there that will kill for this, die for this, give their souls up for this. You know what I'm saying? And you just looking at it like it's nothing, but it's it's telling of where your heart was at that time. I know you mentioned, the heart posture and whatnot. Obviously, yours was postured towards the Most High. I mean, Christ already told us. He didn't lie to us. He already told us that a man can't serve two masters because he's gonna love one and hate the other. He also told us that, I believe it's in Saint Matthew chapter 19, after he was done speaking to the young rich ruler, I believe it was. But I know he did tell us about, it might not have been in chapter 19, but I know he did tell us about, our hearts, where our treasure is, there will our hearts be also, or whatsoever a man treasures, there will his heart be also. So whatever it is that you value and cherish the most, that's where your mind is going to be at. And for most people, unfortunately, it is worldly gain. You know what I'm saying? They're willing to put all morale and all morals and all principles, all uprightness on the back burner, just for a taste of this world. But Messiah already told us, what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul? And for you weren't willing to do that, no matter how lucrative or no matter how prestigious that position might have looked in the sight of men. That's not what you valued or treasured the most. See, now you're really starting to have that spiritual transformation. Had you not, you know, went forth with where the spirit was leading you, guiding you, then obviously it could have, landed you in a position where, who knows, we probably wouldn't even be having this interview, what I'm saying? Just, I mean, like I said, Lord knows what territories, that could have possibly led you in. But one thing I know for certain, when you decide to forsake the Most High and those intuitions that He's giving you and what have you, bro, to just do your own thing, and I'm just gonna serve my own belly and live this thing up. You know what I mean? Take advantage of this offer that is not really good. You know what I mean? You already spiritually know that it's not well with your soul, but you're gonna still do it anyways. That's not the path to go down, man. That path is it's not gonna lead to anything fruitful, what I'm saying, in the long run, you know. But um once you finally did leave the team backpacker scene, how much better, or how much more of an increase, I should say, spiritually, you feel you received, once that portion or phase of your life was finally, coming to an end.
It was a trip, right? Because while I was actually like somewhat running Team Backpack, I had did an album, and that was the EP, The Tears Never Run Dry. So I'm like, at this point, I'm putting music down completely because my conviction is strong. I'm like, I'm not fully awakened, but now I'm like, okay, I got to find a church home. I'll get into it. But so yeah, like I said, I did the EP, bro, and all of a sudden, like, it seemed like the music started taking off. I had a song on the radio now. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like I'm kind of like stuck. Like, okay, I'm convicted to go this way, but I think it was always a dream for me to have a song on the radio. You know what I'm saying? To get that type of recognition. You know what I'm saying? So I remember looking back now, knowing that it was a spirit like giving me a choice. Like, you can go this way and you can keep your family, your wife, and everything. But if you take that route, it's over. Like, if you continue to pursue this, these things are done. You continue to like pursue Team Backpack and pursue the secular world, it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna lose everything. And I remember thinking, like, man, like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a fight, bro. Like, I'm like, this is something that I always wanted, like I always wanted to be at this point. But it was something in me that was like, nah, I'm telling you, the conviction was so strong, bro. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna just go the other way. And when I chose to take the route of, like putting the music and the secular things down, bro, that's when like full fledged like spiritual awakening began to happen. And I remember, bro, I began to have these dreams. I would have crazy dreams, like I would have visions. And I'm not talking about like while I'm asleep, like I would get down and close my eyes and I would see things. And I never forget, I was on, this is when I used to watch Facebook prophets, bro. I know you probably see a couple of them on there now if you're on Facebook. But it was this prophet. Her name was Alyssa Narvez, bro. And my family used to kind of watch her. And I just jumped on the live one time and she called me out. She's like, Jamar Evans, you ain't going crazy. God is giving you dreams and visions. And bro, I had never told nobody this. Like I was scared. I really thought I was going crazy. I was telling my wife, I think I'm going crazy. I keep seeing this stuff. I keep dreaming these things, and I don't know what it's about. And she was like, the prophet was like, you ain't going crazy. God is giving you dreams and visions. I see all these chains falling off of you, and these chains being broken off of you. So now Father got my attention now. You know, and she like, you need to go find you a church home. I'm like, okay, let me go find a church. So one day I was doing DoorDash, and I see this school, yeah, it was a school, and I'm like, man, what school was that? So I'm in the middle of a delivery, and I'm finna turn and go look at it. I'm like, man, let me just finish the delivery. That day I get home, and my wife is like, hey, let's find a church home. So now I'm like, okay, yeah, I was just thinking that, like, so we a few years prior, her friend invited us to a church, and I'm like, well, hey, let's just go to that church. And when we looked that church up, the church was being held in that school's auditorium that I had saw, that I was kind of drawn to. So for me, I'm like, okay, well, let's go. And when I was there, I we had like this thing that was called Alpha, bro. Like this is like my second week there, where everybody come together and we have like this class, and we all talking, and we were talking about our spiritual experiences. I'm like, you know how you close your eyes and you see things, and everybody was like, no. And it was a sister in there, a black girl. She was like, that happens to me too. So now I'm like, okay, I gotta chill. I can't be talking about this in front of everybody. I don't think I'm crazy, right? And we did a Bible reading in 1 year. After we had that experience, we would have classes, and we would do it on our phones on the Bible app where we would read the Bible 1 year. So we read, and I'm seeing a whole bunch of things that are contrary to, you know what I'm saying, to the way that we're going about things. So now I'm asking questions. I'm like, hey, like why do we keep Christmas if the Bible say this? Or why if the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And the pastor just told me, like, you know what? I wish you would be quiet and not say nothing. Or you could find another church home. And I'm like, man, who this Negro talking to? So now I'm getting kind of bold, bro. Like the Spirit of the Father had me confronting everybody, bro, about certain things, right? And then we was at service one time, and this is the part that tripped me out, bro. I would never forget this in my life, bro, and it makes so much sense now. They was having worship service, bro. Like I said, I was having these visions, and I remember they having the worship service, everybody hooting and hollering. And I'm just looking, and I don't even know. Like sometimes I was like, dang, was I thinking this, or was this like something that's happened live? But as I'm looking, I begin to see this man over my shoulder, like, be careful of this. I didn't bring you here for this. Like he pointing, be careful. It's like I'm envisioning it, but it's happening. I didn't bring you here for this. And I'm telling my wife, like, man, I seem like this. I had like this vision of this man telling me, be careful. I didn't bring you here for this. And like I said, it didn't make sense then. So after that, I remember like a couple days later, I ended up having this dream, bro, of our forefathers. And it was like the slave. He was on the ship in chains, bro. But he was standing in front of the ship like he was in chains, but he wasn't bound. It was almost like he was coming out of captivity. He wasn't in captivity, but he still had the chains on. And I remember telling my wife about it and everything. And a little while later, I ended up transitioning out that church because we got into it with, well, I didn't really get into it with the pastor. Like I said, I was asking him questions and stuff, and pretty much just asked us to like kind of, well, maybe y'all should just leave. And after that, after we had that little funny altercation or whatever, it wasn't really altercation, but obviously a disagreement. I didn't agree with him. I remember my brother BC, he was like, hey, you know that it was a pastor named Eric Gillette. He was like, you know, they keep the Sabbath. We should just start watching the Sabbath on Facebook. So we started watching the Sabbath on the Sabbath Shabbat services on Facebook. And after that, bro, it was like everything just jumped out of the page, bro. And I think what was revealed to me is that I had to go to the Christian church to see that he wasn't there. So by the time he got me to come into truth, I fully knew this is you. You know, it's so many voices out there that tell you, hey, you need to go to church. Like the lady was telling me, go find a church home, go to church, you know. But he was showing me like, hey, I'm not here. You know what I'm saying? Like I am in the Sabbath. And that's where I feel like that's where the Father was revealed to me at, was in the Sabbath. I feel like the Messiah introduced me to the Father in the Sabbath. You know, like up to then it was just like white Jesus, you know. But it's like, nah, this is actually me right here. So much was revealed, bro. And that's from there, like the spiritual awakening just it heightened, bro, tremendously.
Man, I mean, definitely sounds like it, bro. I mean, even with the visions and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because it's like that's man, that's it's not uncommon for brothers to, because even when you just look at the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing at all that are, is uncommon, especially when it comes to our forefathers like Joseph. You know what I mean? You remember about the vision, that he had. As a matter of fact, he was actually able to interpret them as well. You know what I mean? When he was under the rulership of Pharaoh in Egypt, right? When you read in the book of Genesis. But I mean, it sounds like to me, had you not made that choice to stop going down the secular route, you probably, wouldn't have been able to have, a lot of these experiences, wouldn't you agree?
Facts, facts.
Mm.
Like I said, I remember feeling given the choice, being given a choice from the spirit, like, yo, it's either gonna be this or that. You know,
Mhm.
and like it didn't take long. Like once I chose to go that route, bro, it didn't take long at all. Like my spiritual eyes, the Father definitely opened my spiritual eyes right away, like big time, bro. And it's to the
Yeah.
point where it's like once I made the choice, I didn't have a choice no more. Like I have not had. Don't get me wrong, I still have dreams and things, but I haven't had like visions and everything on that scale like that, bro. Like it was almost like he was confirming this, like for real. Like, so I know, when you get to this point, when you get to the Sabbath, know that I got you here. You know, like I said, bro. It's like the Father. It's like first the Messiah was like, "Hey, I'm Yahweh Shai," and then once I got to the Sabbath, it was like, "This is my Father," and it's like the Father was like, "I am Yahweh, your Most High. You should have no other gods before me." It's like He began to introduce Himself to me through the commandments, and I'm like, "Whoa!" Everything made sense, bro. Everything. It was super
Man,
exciting, too, but it's still exciting to think about it, bro.
that's that increase, man. That's a generous increase at that. And this was around like the age of 30 when all of this is really starting to be poured on you, right?
This is around the age of 30, bro. Yep, I was 29. It was like 2 months before I turned 30.
Wow, interesting, bro. And the only reason I'm bringing that up is because we know that that's the age that the Messiah, he began his ministry. Once he got baptized in the river by John the Baptist. So that's the reason why I brought that up. It's just something about the age of 30. You know what I'm saying? It just has such a profoundness to it. So it's just interesting that he really had that he really had those two lanes, as far as options go, laid out before you. Obviously, of course, you very much chose the right way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Well, it's not even a question. You know what I mean? But it's just amazing, how fast everything fell into place. You know what I mean? And I know at this time, or as you're going through these things, of course, you're not. I know you mentioned, like when you made that project, Tears Run Dry. I actually heard those songs, and
Yeah.
obviously it's a it's a clear difference, on a production from a production standpoint, sound wise, the a lot of the production you had on there, versus what your obviously putting now, you know what I mean, with a more profound understanding of the Most High, Messiah, His principles, and the path that He has you walking along. How long do you think it took for you to actually pick the mic back up again?
Man, it's crazy, right? Because my heart was so jacked up when I first came into the truth, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like I was awakening, bro, but I'll never forget. I'm seeing other cats in the truth. I'm like, man, I can do this. Like I can be great doing this. You know, I could be great making truth music. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't tell nobody, bro. But
Yo,
this is this is my mindset, right?
hey, anybody get on a track with you, they getting washed, right?
That was my mindset. Oh man, I kill these cats. Yeah, man. You know, like, bro, I swear, bro, like the Most High took the gift from me completely.
Hmm.
Like for a whole year, 15 months, bro, something like that. I did not want to do music, bro. I'm like, man, I don't even want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. You know, I really thought that I would never do music again, bro. I'm telling you. And yeah, I think so. I met Julian, Demon Slayer, in like 2019, and he was posting beats on sound. I mean, excuse me, bro, Instagram. And I think that I met him. We built for a while, bro. And he sent me a beat. I didn't use the beat until like almost like a year and a half later. And then so yeah, it was a minute, bro. And then by the time I began to do music, my heart posture was completely different, bro. I didn't care about spitting the hottest verse. I cared about edifying our people. You know, I didn't care about. I used to always want to be seen. If you go to Team Bad Back videos, bro, you're gonna see me everywhere, bro. Intentionally, like I wanted to be seen. This is my first time ever, bro. We've been in truth. I've been in truth 6 years. I think I've been doing music in truth for like five years. This is the first time that even think people will see my face. And it's just like it's the complete opposite of how it was in the world, bro. And I give the Father all honor, glory, and praise for that, bro, because it was wicked, bro. Like I don't have a competitive spirit in the truth no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I can listen to everybody and say, okay, well, listeners cannot be edified from me the way that they can be from Take One. You know what I'm saying? Or the way that Hezekiah might do it. You know what I'm saying? Like we all one, and you can go to us to get something different. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just thankful for that mindset, bro. I'm appreciative to the Father for really, really, really changing my perspective on that type of thing. I think when you become so competitive, bro, you become desperate. You know what I'm saying? You begin to sound foolish, bro. And I don't want to view my brothers as competition, you know? So yeah, all praises, man.
Not bad. Just had to adjust my mic. But yeah, man, all praises indeed, bro. All praises indeed, because that competitive spirit, that goes into the spirit of emulations. When you read Galatians the fifth chapter, emulation is when you're trying to either live up, to what somebody else is doing, or you're trying to outdo them. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
trying to one up them. Like, oh, he spit that verse. Oh man, all right, let me
right,
go rewrite my verse. You know what I'm saying? No, he ain't gonna out rap me. Like, it's like, bro, what are we doing, man? Like, we did that in the world. You know what I'm saying? We did that when we didn't have a better understanding on things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
like that's just not. And like I said, bro, you're not the only one, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I haven't, have had my battles, I'm saying, with these types of thoughts and these spirits too. I mean, because we're human being, bro. Like Jeremiah 17, verse 9 already tells us that the heart is, desperately wicked and is, deceitful above all things. Like we always having to constantly fight, our lower nature, aspects, you know what I mean? So yeah, but like I said, that's not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? You have to, the way I look at it, bro, it's like your will versus the most high's will. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
you can put together the most elaborate verse or what have you, bro, but it's just like, dude, like the backbone of it all, the predicate, like like really, like what is it based on? Seriously, like what are
Right.
you trying to accomplish? Like what is it really coming from? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like is this, and also like what is the intent behind it as well? You know what I'm saying? Like is this really sincerely, to glorify the most high? Is this to edify, believers or those who might not really be in the know, who you're desiring to reach, or you should be desiring to reach, because there's a lot of lost souls out there, you know what I mean, in need of healing and restoration. So it's just like you setting up this elaborate verse. You spend all this time, you put all of this thought into this elaborate verse. But seriously though, what was the intent behind it? Where is it coming from? Where's the source? That's because, like I said, man, like shoot, the secular side of music out there, you know what I'm saying, you hear all kinds of great verses. There's a lot of lyricists out there, you know what I mean, who put together some of the most, I mean, just jaw-dropping verses you probably would ever hear, in your entire life and whatnot. But I mean, a lot of it, we know it's not really coming from the most, spiritually bounded place that it could be. You know what I mean? But I'm just bringing that up to say like that at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It really don't, bro. It doesn't. I mean, don't get it twisted. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, when you're able to do that. But at the same time, like, still, is it really coming from a sincere place? If it's not coming from a sincere place, it's just like, dude, like, what are we doing? It's almost like a waste of time to a degree. You know what I'm saying? It's like even when I listen to your music now, bro, like me, I always give you your flowers. You know what I mean? I always, talk about like how it's just like when I hear you on the track, bro, I'm just like, yo, like you know, that's his gift. That's his gift. You know what I'm saying? No, ain't nobody gonna tell me that that's not his gift. You know what I mean? The cadence, the passion, the zeal, and every lyric spit. You know what I mean? It's just I know that that's your ministry. You know what I mean? Most High gave that to you specifically. You know what I'm saying? And it's only grown and gotten better over the years, especially now that that you have Demon Slayer, JB, as your primary producer. Because, once again, just going back to that project that I was, talking about, Tears Run Dry. Obviously, the production, it's a lot different than, a lot of the music that you're putting out right now, whether it be a lot of the singles that you've put out, or even that EP that you released not too long ago, Clean Heart, you know what I mean? And even I know the latest that you put out with Day Israel, Dwell with Yah. I mean, amazing track. All of these tracks were produced, by Demon Slayer himself. And I just feel like it goes hand in hand with obviously, where you stand right now, spiritually, and a lot of, the wisdom and understanding that the Most High has blessed you with, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I know that it couldn't have been easy, having to shed that competitive skin, what I'm saying, that you came into this truth with, you know what I mean? But I'm glad that you did take that time. And if I may ask, because I know you said okay, he sent you that beat, and I would assume that that beat was the song, or was used to make that song, All Praise to the Most High. You know what I mean? This is one of my favorites, from you. But if I may ask, you know, within that time frame, because I know you said it took you about like about a year and a half, like what were some of the things that helped you to finally see it from the perspective that the Most High intended you to, see things in regards to how to go about using that music ministry?
Yeah, bro. It's a trip, bro, because it had nothing to do with music. He began to show me myself. I went on like this healing journey where I I I started realizing that, and this is crazy because it really does tie into the music. I promise you. The Father started taking me back and showing me my trauma. And because with everything that we've developed in the ways we act, it's always a deeper root, right? So he started showing me like my traumas and everything. And I used to think about them things before coming in the truth, but I would be so passive, bro. I'd be like, man, whatever, it's okay, it's cool. Yeah, they was hating on me, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, I had to go back and look at some things and be like, I was wrong. You know, like that hurt it. That hurt me. You know, and it was just like different things that happened to me in my life to where I'm realizing that okay, certain things happen to where it's like okay, I have to like kind of like protect myself. You know, I had to like kind of like put on like a tough skin and well, well, they can't mess with me or ain't nobody better than me. You know what I'm saying? So after taking me back and me realizing this, I began to see like, man, like this competitive nature or this whatever it may be, this anxiety or this fear or this frustration, it all came from my experiences. It all came from things that morphed and shaped me to be this way, you know? So, and then after me seeing like and really seeing like, nah, man, like, you know, my dad made me feel a type of way. That hurt me. Or, you know, this was said about me by an auntie or uncle, that hurted me. Or I was made fun of, that hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it wasn't so much of me putting on that tough skin no more. After realizing that, then he began to show me, like, okay, we got that side of it. Now, remember when you said this about so and so, and everybody started laughing? Yeah, so and so was hurt too. You know, you hurt people too. You know, and then I started having to accept that, like, dang, like I messed up too. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't allow me to be upset with those people who hurt me through showing me that I've also hurt people. You know, so I think going back and seeing these things and forgiving the people who did hurt me, and also seeing that I hurt people and forgiving myself, it kind of stripped me of everything that those experiences shaped me to be, you know, or whatever kind of disability that is that had sprouted in me. When I say disability, I mean things that will hold me back, like anxiety. I deal with anxiety. I dealt with anxiety tough, still to this day. So I still try to, you know, now I know how to go about it. You know, I know how to fight it now. But see, these things are I feel like a lot of the ways that we've become, whether it's angry, you deal with anger, whether you deal with frustration, like I said, anxiety or whatever it may be. Sometimes it comes off as arrogance. You know what I'm saying? But you're just trying to hide something. That's like a shield, you know? It all stems from trauma, bro. It really does. Either we got too much or we didn't get enough, you know? So and dealing with that, I think, and I went through it for like I said, for like a year. I think I was like set free from a lot of different things, bro. And now that I'm set free of all these things and the way that I had become, I can see clearly now. You know, I can look at my brother and be considerate of this person may have trauma too. You know, if this person is acting like this, then maybe something is bothering them from their childhood. You know, now I'm like, okay, I can't be at my brother. I have to be with my brother. You know what I'm saying? I can't look at my sister as a piece of meat. I got to look at her as my sister. We've been through enough. You know, so I think that year and a half it developed that type of character in me, which made up for 29, 30 years of trauma. You see what I'm saying? So by the time I started doing music again, I was really literally a new man, you know?
Yeah, man. I mean, you said it best. You know, it was a healing journey, like a restoration type of journey. You know, Most High. You know, He obviously brought you through the mirror, revealed. You know, pretty much revealed you to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, you know, the things that pretty much made you a byproduct of of the said things. You know what I'm saying? Those childhood traumas and whatnot. Because it's true. You know, we are a byproduct of our experiences. The people that we have around us, how we were raised, our environment, all those things play a very hefty role in, whom we are ultimately going to become. Now, of course, like I said, Most High is the one is ultimately the author of our our life. You know what I'm saying? He orders our steps, when you read Proverbs 20:24. But still, it doesn't mean that the environment that we're placed in, the settings that we're placed in, it doesn't play a big part of how we're ultimately going to be shaped, because it does. You know what I mean? So Most High, he brought you through the mirror, and like you just said, you came out on the other side a new creature. And by you being a new creature, obviously, you touch the mic much, much more different. Once again, it's just a total night and day difference between, the team backpack days versus, who we know you now as, in this current state, what I'm saying, as Yafi, and but even before getting to that point, that conviction that you were holding on to so you know, desperately and so strongly, just knowing that, all right, the things that, I'm putting or I'm lacing out on wax, and that a lot of my counterparts are doing too, what I'm saying? Like, nah, nah, I can't be doing that. You know what I mean? I gotta be mindful, what I'm saying? Because life and death lies in the tongue, you know what I'm saying? So I can't just be putting anything out there. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, even then, Most High was just really setting that stage for you. You know what I mean? And once again, it's only done you well, what I'm saying, just being where you are right now. Um, so I mean, I guess just a couple of more questions, what I'm saying, to really start bringing everything a little bit more full circle. Because like I said, we've already, covered quite a bit of ground, but just some a few more questions, what I'm saying, I'd like to, throw your way. Cause like I said, I don't think you've really done any interviews like that before, for real. So I feel like, this is a treat to those who are familiar, with your discography and what have you, to just get a better insight, on you and, how you come to be. So I guess my next question would be, just from a production standpoint, like how instrumental the relationship, that the Most High has allowed you and Demon Slayer to uh to have, right, and to form, like how instrumental do you think, that's been for you along your journey?
Man, bro. First off, Demon Slayer, man. That's my brother, man. That's the first guy that I linked with in truth. And the father had he got my attention through music, bro. But it had like our walk had nothing to do with music, bro. Like we hold ourselves accountable to each other, bro. Like I call him for advice. He called me for advice. Like we really walk this thing out together, bro. And that's important to me, bro. Because it's a few brothers, definitely you being one of them too, that I check in with every week, almost daily, bro. And I would say that like Demon Slayer, bro, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like blood couldn't make us no closer, bro. It's and I think building that bond with my brother, like it definitely helps with the music. You know what I'm saying? Like the father wouldn't. I just don't see it happening this way if it was just about music. Like it's to the point where the brother like know me. You know what I'm saying? Like if I give him, if I like, hey, I got this idea. Before I can even tell him the idea, he's like, hey, but you kind of thinking like making it like this and having these sounds. It's like, dang, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that lets me know that it's a spiritual connection there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's what it's all about, right? Having brothers who operate in the spirit, who function in the spirit, right? Because that's what link us. And I can honestly say, bro, like, yeah, when it comes to my brother Julian, bro, it is more than music, man. Like that's my brother. I ain't never met the brother. I ain't never like in person, never shook his hand. But I'm telling you, I think I'm gonna be knowing each other for like 6 years. I've been knowing this guy all my life. I feel like, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Right.
Right. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to keep going too long, but that's my guy, man. All praises to the Most High for that brother, man.
Oh, praises. And I know exactly what you're talking about too. Like when you have that connection with somebody, you know what I'm saying? That y'all probably never met each other a day in your lives, bro. But it's like, you know what I mean, bro? The way y'all, it's the chemistry, man. It's just, it's like what's understood need not be explained, as people say. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the chemistry speaks for itself. You know what I mean? Like I have that type of bond with a brother of mine's. We've been knowing we've been or yeah, we've been building and knowing each other for almost like the same length of time, you know, like with you and Jules, you know what I mean? He goes by the name of Ghost, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And him and I, we've never met a day in life either, you know what I'm saying? But the way him and I come together, bro, even without music, but especially with music, you know what I'm saying? Like the bond that the Most High has allowed him and I to have is just like, dude, you know what I'm saying? It's just we just click. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. Like you can't really, that's what I'm saying. You can't really explain it, bro.
right.
You can't, it's just there. It's just, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like some things, bro, like I said, bro, it really it's just spiritual. You know, it's a spiritual link and connection, you know, that you guys have. And it's just a beautiful thing to see how the Most High has allowed that to transpire for you and you know, and Jewel, because you know it is important to have people around you, you know, especially when you're kind of like fresh into this thing. You know, it is important to have like that you know, because like I said, two is better than one. You know what I mean? Two is better than one. And we already know, you know, Messiah already told us when we're two or three gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst, right? So um and of course, you know, it's yielded some great music, you know what I'm saying, from out of you. I mean, like I said, bro, every track that you deliver, bro, I mean, you never miss, bro, is what I say, man. You always averaging over 20 a game.
All praises, man.
You know what I'm saying? You
All
know what I'm
praises.
saying? Both musically and literally on the court. You know what I'm saying? You always averaging over
Ah,
20 a
man,
game, man.
you
Yeah.
know, hey, I'm still something else on the court. I'm telling you, it's something else, man.
Oh man. Hey, bro. All praises, man. All praises. But so yeah, I mean, I know you said okay. I mean, almost 6 years, right? So almost close to seven. You know, all praises for that. That number seven is the number of completion. But just going more into like the creative process of the music. You know, this is one that I've actually been wanting to ask. So, you know, when you are getting ready to actually put tracks together, like what's the creative process? You know, are you a punching guy? You know, what I'm saying like a lot of people are in these days and times, you know,
Mhm.
or do you actually write, or you know, how do you go about actually putting these tracks together?
Yeah, I would say it depends, bro. I think sometimes a father, I'm telling you, bro, like he gives it to me, bro. The father really do. It's like if the father not giving me anything to say, I don't have nothing to say. And it's to the point, like, especially if I'm like really locked in with the spirit, bro, like I don't even write. I just sit in front of the mic and I'm a punch guy, you know, like, but you couldn't tell that I'm punching in these songs, you know, and I only do that because I don't write it, you know, like some things I might write down in my phone, but like I would say like 98% of what you hear is me punching, you know, like the album, yeah, Clean Heart, punching. Um, I know who to call on, punching. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really listen to Dwell with Yah, you can tell I'm punching. You know what I'm saying? Like I tried to record it like straight through, but it just didn't. I couldn't flow with the beat how I wanted to. But yeah, bro. Like it's definitely a process, bro. It's time with the Father. I feel like there's sometimes I may go to say a line or a bar that I think is a bar, and the Father be like, "Mm-mm, don't say that. Like that's too much. Like make it plain." So that's why I don't feel the need to like really showcase any talent. It's more so like as long as the spirit is in it, bro, I know that the people will be edified. You know, so I try to approach it. as if it's a meeting with the Father, you know, like the Father is leading me in this moment. Yeah,
Got you, bro. Got you, man. Just plain Jane, man. Plain Jane. I like that.
yes,
It's
sir.
the Most High's will over everything, man. What I'm saying, He must decrease, or you must, excuse me, you must decrease so He may increase. You know what I mean? And I like, yeah, yeah, that's definitely the right approach to take, man. Um, yeah, man. So, yeah, I'm not gonna, hold you, too long. You know what I mean? Like I said, I know you're a family man and whatnot. You
I
know what I'm
got time.
saying,
I
bro?
got time, man. I got time. What
Yeah.
do you mean, bro? The
Yeah,
wife
man.
done fell asleep on me, so
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah,
okay,
I got
okay.
time. Bro. I'm chilling. The little one
Alright.
left. She gonna go do her thing. I'm pretty sure she sleep now. I got time.
Okay, okay. All praises, man. I guess that leads me to my next question. Collaboration wise, I mean, I know you've done quite a bit of collaborations, over the year, with different artists and whatnot. How has that been? You know what I mean? Especially being that, this is what believers, what I'm saying, people that share that common belief that you have, what I'm saying, being in Christ now, what I'm saying? So what was that experience like, being able to exchange talents and build with others, with the music ministry?
Man, it's been great, bro. Like I think the first collaboration I did was Ben Cole at the time, Do It for the Nation. And the brother is so filled with the spirit, bro. Like I remember the song was called Me Out the Grave. I remember I did that song to a different beat. And what I did was I sent the acapella to a producer, and I had a different hook on it. I was actually rapping the hook, but when he sent the beat back, the beat was so like soulful that I was like, man, I gotta have somebody sing on it. And I remember singing the lyrics to Ben, like so Ben Cole can record it. The brother sent it back completely different, like he enhanced it, bro. And I remember hearing that, and it actually made me tear up, bro. I'm like, wow, you know, the brother definitely, man. You talking about the Most High giving somebody a ministry, man? That brother voice is amazing, man. And I really did. Um, I appreciated that. That was my second song that I did in truth. So it was like real special to me. It was like my testimony, you know. And that brother came and put the sauce on it, bruh. So yeah, I enjoyed collaborating with him. My sister Essence, she's always a phone call away or email away, and she has a beautiful voice as well, man. It's just like I guess it's just like the gifts. I see it different now, bro, than being in the world because I know that the Father gave us these gifts to glorify Him. You know, so whenever we come together with other brothers and sisters that's on the same accord, that have that same kind of that have the same goal of glorifying the Father, it's always powerful, bro. You know, the spirit is always enhanced in those moments. And as far like I just always hear it with singing, bro. Like I used to always want to take the track to the neck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when I was in the world, it's like, oh, it's just me on here, you know. But it's like you said, two is better than one. You know, if I got this track that sounds so beautiful, why not have one of my brothers and sisters come sing on it with their beautiful voice? You know, and I did dwell with Yah with Day Israel. Sorry, not Essence. Day Israel. That's the first time I didn't like come up with the hook. And I just knew that the sister has like her writing is so amazing, bro. So when I sent it to her, she said, "Bro, I swear she didn't even have the beat for a minute. She hit me right back and say, I got it.' And I'm like, okay, cool, perfect. I just told her what the song was about, and she cooked it up, bro. And like she was just as excited as I was about the song. So that made me very motivated to. It's supposed to be for my new album, bro. But I said I just got to put it out because the sister made me so excited about it. You know, so man, Yeah, two is better than one, bro. And I give the Father all honor, glory, and praise for our gifts, bro. You know,
Yeah, man, for sure, bro. You know what I mean? And it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to hog the track, 100%, what I'm saying, on your own, you know what I'm saying? And that's actually something that producers are able to do very well also, what I mean, as they produce certain sounds, beats and whatnot, they might hear like an artist is they might hear their voice on it, what I'm saying, like maybe a hook or maybe a bridge part. Who knows? I mean, whatever sequence of the song, they might hear a particular artist's voice is being a necessity, there, what I'm saying? And it's just a beautiful thing that you have that type of mindset, like, yo, it don't just always gotta be me, 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 me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let us build, let us exchange talents. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about how much more this song will hit spiritually, what I'm saying? Perhaps if I did have, a brother or a sister, hop on and, just do this particular part. I know you mentioned Ben Cole. I did hear that track, and that was a very powerful track, bro. And Ben Cole, man, yeah, shouts out to Ben Cole, because I was actually able to have him on for the last Beyond the Mic installment, right, for the month of February. But yeah, because he's grown. He's definitely grown so much more over the year on all all levels. You know what I'm saying? Especially just as an individual, but musically, of course, as well. He's grown a lot. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? He's even said it himself, what I'm saying, like with his music, his ability to craft melodies and harmonies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You listen to Identity Theft, all right? That was a good, first introduction of all of that, but even all the way up until now with some of his, latest releases, you know what I mean? I mean he's just on it, just phenomenal, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful thing that you've been able to have some of the collaborations that you've had. I mean, are you looking to extend that, saying as time goes on, or are you probably going to just, I guess stick with a lot of the core that you have now, like Brother BC, Essence, you know, what are you looking to, you know, bring about as time progresses on, as far as collaborations go?
Yeah, bro. I'm always open to collaborate with the body, bro. Like I said, if your common goal is to glorify the Father, man, let's work. You know, and I think it's so special, bro. Because like we often measure each other up in the world. We measure each other up. Oh, this person has a better voice than this person, but it's like nah, bro. Like we all bring something different, bro. And it's like there's a sister name. I think her name like Kaya or something like that,
Kaya, yeah. I saw her profile earlier. Yeah,
bro. I love that sister's voice. You know what I'm saying? Like I really want to reach out to her. You know what I'm saying? And the brother Zamir, Zamir Yaran, is that his
it's
name?
a,
Yaran.
Zamar, yeah. He made the In Spirit and Truth album. Hey,
The
shouts out to Zamar,
brother,
man.
I was just listening to some of his stuff on SoundCloud, bro. And
Yeah,
man, the brother, man, yo. So yeah, yeah, definitely. I want to collab with everybody, bro. Like man, like the core is good, bro. But I want to, I just want to, I want to vibe with everybody, bro. Like one thing about me, but I don't like to be partial with anything, bro. I'm not saying
mm,
I have been. I'm not saying I never have been partial, but that is one thing that I hate. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like partiality, bro. I think I believe that if the Father has given you a gift, no matter what level it's on, it's important. You know, so for me, I just want to. I feel like everybody can bring something different, bro. But it's like I said, as long as it's to glorify the Father, that's your goal, man. That's work, you know.
absolutely. I agree 100%, bro. I mean, this isn't the industry, and we shouldn't be looking at each other like we second class
Right,
citizens or nothing like that.
right, right. I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't like that. I don't like that at all, man. Like, nah. Let's
yeah,
work.
man.
You know,
Absolutely. Yeah, I think you and Zimariah, y'all would make some fire tracks together, man. Lord willing, as time goes on, that's something that y'all definitely can get going. You know what I'm saying?
right?
Yeah, y'all, yeah, the two of y'all together, bro. Oof, man, that's dangerous.
Oh,
That's
oh,
dangerous.
and I also reached out to the brother. Man, how you say his name? Blackatan. He's the man. He's the Jamaican brother. I believe that's a
Who is
Jamaican
that?
brother. I'm gonna have to send it to you, man. The brother is so dope, man. Like I'm gonna send you his stuff, bro. Yeah, we he gonna be on my album, bro. I'm excited about it, bro. Cause shout out Khalid too. I've been working with the brother
Oh
Khalid,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Cooked it up, Kylie. Shouts out, shouts out.
Khalid, bro, the joint is gonna be crazy, bro. All praises. And
Let's go, man. Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah, we're definitely working on. I haven't begun recording it yet, but I am. The Father has given it to me. He's been showing me what He want me to do, bro, and I'm super excited about it, man. Super excited.
Let's get it, man. And a verse is only 2K, right? Right for a verse.
Oh nah, nah, man, no sir, no sir. Hey, I might as well go back that way if that's what it is.
Oh man,
I might as well go back into the field if that's what it's gonna be, bro.
that's crazy, bro. I never realized until several years back that verses are charged, by artists. A lot of the times, you know, they don't even meet each other. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right,
all everything is just transactional. It's all business. It's all business, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But
right.
but yeah. I'm just joking though, man. I'm just
Yeah, I
joking.
know.
But so yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. And hopefully, these collabs are actually able to line up, man. I just feel like, you leveraging, your rap skills and then pairing that up with people that have strong vocals, um, for singing and whatnot. You know what I mean? I think that's a smart choice as well, bro, because it's just only enhanced, like you said earlier, it enhances the spirit, where
Right,
two or three are gathered in Christ's name, there he is in the midst, you know what I'm saying? So it's just so much more powerful, when we're all able to, come together, in harmony like that. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So yeah, bro, you have legions, saying, scattering.
right.
Saying the spirit is just so bright like that. I know you said you were actually at the moment, you're working on an album. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just putting it together. Really, I haven't began recording, but the Father has been giving me some stuff, man. I'm excited about it, bro. So yeah, it's gonna be a little process, but I'm gonna get to work soon, man.
All praises, man. Because I know you don't record, uh like, obviously, like how you used to. I mean, do you see yourself ever, recording in like an actual studio, like how you used to in the past? Or what would you say to that? Like, would you see that as a necessity, or something necessary to do now at this point, or what?
No, I don't think it's a necessity, bro. Because for me, I feel like it kind of I feel like it'll ruin my process. You know, like really making music for me is like a long time with me and the Father. You know, it's like spending time with Abba. So I couldn't see myself in some big studio with an engineer. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to be hands on with it. You know, so yeah, no, I don't see me doing that.
Got you, bro. Yeah, I mean, especially in these days and times, like, I just feel like with music, even if you do have engineers, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But you
Right,
and I, we obviously on the same side of the coin, that is, because me, I've always been that way myself as well. I've never had an engineer. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, I don't want one. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want one, bro. I'm very much grateful with the understanding I've been able to accumulate over the years on how to, because when I first started out, I didn't know jack squat about nothing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But the spirit was there, and that's really all that truly mattered at that time. It still matters now, of course, you know what I'm saying? But especially at that time, being that I was, quaint in, areas as far as just music production, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be recording, whether it be mixing, whether it be, mastering and distributing and stuff like that. Because like I said, when you look at it from an actual formulaic standpoint with like actual big artists and whatnot, they have a team, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah, they have a team of people who specialize in these different everything that I just said are literally their own respective disciplines, whether it be recording, you have recording engineers on teams, you have mixing engineers on teams, you have your dedicated mastering engineers, right, who finalize the tracks, make sure that it's ready to go, when it's distributed, not just on streaming platforms, but you know, physical mediums as well, like CDs and vinyl and cassette tapes and stuff like that. They're there to make sure that the music is good to go for all of those different avenues, right? For the music to be consumed, right? But for me, I don't know, man. I've always liked the fact that the Most High has just given me the ability to just do that for myself, really. Now there are times, where I might leverage, of the hands of others. And I'm very, very much peculiar about who. It's not it's not a whole lot. You couldn't count them on one hand, barely on one hand, how much, because I'm for the most part really handling all of that on my own. But everything else really, bro, like recording, mixing, and really majority of the time, mastering, really, bro, it's you know, just me. You know what I mean? And I know for you too, I know you've gotten more comprehension on those things over the years as well. For the listeners out there who might not know, what DAW do you record in?
I'm in Pro Tools now. Yeah. Um, I used to use Logic though. So I think wait, that was a question, right? You asked me what.
Yeah, what DAW you
Yeah,
use?
yeah. So everything up until Dwell with Yah was Logic. So Dwell with Yah was the first was my first song switching over to Pro Tools. And I love it. I love Pro Tools, bro. It just sounds so much better to me. But Logic is convenient. I will say that.
Yeah, it is, and you can actually buy it outright,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like with Pro Tools, man. Yeah,
yeah.
Logic.
I
I
still do the
always
subscription.
yeah. I always got Logic in the tuck, man, just in case I got to do something. You know what I mean? It's very handy, very, very handy, and I can navigate myself, through that DAW, pretty, seamlessly, because I was just before I even got Logic, I was already familiar a lot with how the software, the kind of work, because
Mhm.
I used to use GarageBand and stuff like that on my phone, and also watched a lot of Logic tutorials from a dude named Sean Devine on YouTube. Shouts out
Mm.
to Sean Devine. But yeah, so by the time I actually got my hands on it for myself, I wasn't like, like a stranger, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I was just seeing these things for the very first time. Now, of course, I was seeing it for the very first time, like it being in my grasp, but like I wasn't a stranger to a lot of the tools and where I have to go to get certain things done inside the DAW. So, for you uh music makers out there who might be looking for a DAW, definitely, consider Logic if that's a avenue that you want to go down. Right. But yeah, what was my next question I was gonna ask you? I don't think it was, anything in regards to that. It was more so just going back to the past, you know what I mean? Even before Team Backpackers, because I know you said that you're who was it? Was you said it was your uncle? You said that he was a Christian rapper, correct?
My stepfather was.
Oh, your stepfather. Oh my goodness, yeah. Right. So, I
Yeah.
mean, just touching on that, like, how do you think that shaped you? From a young age, knowing that you have someone so close to you who's already pretty much like doing to a degree what you're doing now.
Hmm.
Maybe not, so mainstream and definitely not to be seen, of men or anything like that. But still, just like at that young age, having him around like that, how do you think that really helped you along your way?
Nah, man, it was it really did a lot, bro. Like I said, like look, like seeing them, like, because to be honest, over here in California, those guys was pretty big. Like it was a gospel group called a Christian rap group called the Gospel Gangsters. I think they was from LA. And then right after them, it was like my stepfather. They was called the End, and it was they had a rap group. It was him. It was my stepfather. His name was Don Clay. Another guy named Aesop, and another guy named Nick. And bro, I still Aesop got an album, bro, from year 2000. I still listen to it to this day, bro. But it was dope because I didn't fully understand it when I was a kid, right? Like the music is like if you didn't know better, you think it was like some hardcore stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when I got older, I started. I'm like, these cats was talking about killing demons. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
flesh and things like that. But if you hear, it's like man, this is pretty hardcore. But they was talking about like fighting the fight.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, of course, like Christianity is you in ignorance and all that. But for like these guys to be so young, because at the time they was guys was in their late 20s. They were man, they was talking about the walk, man, and it's dope, bro. So seeing that, it really did motivate me, bro. Like I remember being in the music video, going to the music videos and all the shows and things like that. And they had posters everywhere in the city. So yeah, bro, it was dope. It was real motivating, bro. Like I didn't care if I was talking about Jesus or whatever, bro. I just wanted to rap. And real
Yeah.
quick, so my brother BC, man,
Mhm.
I love my brother BC, bro. He was like 15 during that time, but he can out rap. BC can out rap during that time. Though he's 15, 14, 15, he can out rap grown men, bro. So he used to try to get me to rap. Let's rap, let's rap. What we used to do, we used to have a boom box, and we used to have one
Mhm.
of them ACDC recorders that you put a tape in,
Mhm.
and we would hit record on there and play the instrumental out of the radio and record everything in one take. And then we would take the tape out of there, play the tape from the boombox, get a new tape in the ACDC, record that, and play the whole song that we just did and record doubles over it. You know what I'm saying? So we can have like doubles. So man, that's
Wow.
I kept that out, bro. But that's where I began to hear myself and being like, okay, this is cool. But see, I was so used to doing like one take Jakes, you know what I'm saying? That when the process of recording was like became like art, I didn't like. I don't like the process of recording no more. I like more. I like more to like perform it. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
yeah, bro. So yeah, man. Like the journey has been real, bro. Like I kind of forgot about that till you just asked me that question.
Yeah, man, because I couldn't go without, because it took me a second for it to surface to my mind again, but I couldn't go without at least asking, about that particular portion, of your life. Because it's just like, I mean, most people, you go up to them, they're not gonna just be like, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah." You know what I'm saying? My close relative, what I'm saying, they were, doing this or doing that on like for instance, you just mentioned the Christian rapping and whatnot, and being able to do it successfully on a certain level. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, is gonna have that type of the type of upbringing,
Right.
and family that are around them that are engaging in such things, so for you to have that exposure, to be exposed to that at such a young age, what I'm saying, to me, it sounds like, that definitely played a pretty big role as well, you know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? And that's crazy, man. Wait, so you said BC was 15 at the time. How old were you?
I think I was like 11. So BC about 4 years older than me.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's amazing, bro. That's
yeah.
amazing.
That's like my big brother, my big cousin, man. So yeah, and he
Wow.
used man BC used to make songs as a young kid, bro. And even that, like really looking up to him in that way too, kind of made me want to make music as well. It was all around us, bro, all around me. Like I got a tape, I got a record. I'm gonna send it to you after this. It's me, BC, and my other two cousins, bro. I was 7 years old, bro, and we on this little tape rapping, bro. It's crazy. But it's like, I'm 7. That means BC was 11. I'm rapping like 1, 2, 3, you know what I'm saying? But BC is spitting like a full verse, like like you would think like this cat's still like, bro, how did you know all this at 11? How did you know to say these things? So yeah, his brother just always been ahead of his time, man, and filled with the spirit, even as a kid, bro. So yeah, just being around all this, man, it really motivated me to do it, bro.
That's what's up, man. Cause yeah, I've seen BC on quite a bit of the records, like even Clean Heart, you know what I'm saying? Just going back to that one. I forgot which song it was exactly he was on with you. Uh sheesh, man.
All praises to the Most High.
Yeah, I know he was on that one. But
Troubles of a Black Man. You ever heard Troubles of a Black Man?
I did, man. Yeah,
He's
Troubles of
on,
Black
yeah,
from
he's on.
yeah, from the Tears Run Dry
Yeah,
project. Yeah, I remember that one. So I just already knew that, like, just from that alone, being that he's already been on quite a bit of songs from your catalog, I already knew that there was definitely like a connection there. You know what I'm saying? A connection that goes beyond much more than just music. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Like, yeah, yeah.
definitely, definitely.
Hmm.
That's man. Me and BC, man. That's another brother. Like we really walked this thing out. And we both got like 7 kids apiece. Like the thing is so like it's like almost the same in a way, bro. Like I cannot talk to BC for a couple of days, and I call him like, yeah, bro, I just been experiencing this. He's like, bro, me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like we really linked, bro. We really connected in the
Hmm.
spirit, bro. That's my brother for sure, man.
All praises,
Like that's
man.
that's like a relationship that I hold really close to me, bro. You got
Hmm.
Messiah, you got your wife, you got your kids, of course your parents, and then my brother BC. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like I'm serious, dude. Like that's my guy, man. And
Yeah,
that's
man.
that's one of the guys. Like I said, man, it's only a couple guys, man. And he's definitely one of them as well, bro. Like he been there, bro. Been there. BC
Hmm.
BC was the big cousin, bro. That he was. I'm gonna tell you like this: when everybody was promoting a certain type of lifestyle to us as kids, me and my younger cousins, BC was a cousin that was like, "Hey, man, y'all need to stop doing that." He was young, but he was like, "Man, y'all shouldn't be smoking weed. Y'all shouldn't be drinking alcohol. At a certain age, man, y'all should get y'all some jobs and work on yourselves." That's what type of cuz brother BC was, man. So I thank the Most High for that, brother, man, for real.
Yeah, that sounds like to me, once again, it goes hand in hand with what you had just said. Him having that wisdom, just from a young age, beyond his years. You know what I
Right?
mean? And yeah, bro. Yeah,
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 yeah.
man. Most how
The
he
brother,
definitely puts you.
righteousness. Go ahead, my bad.
Hmm. No, I was just saying, he definitely puts him in, your life, especially at that time, and even now, of course, like I said, nothing changed, but he, because like I said, it's certain key people that the Most High puts around you, in your life, that's meant to be there for the long run. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And they're not really hard to spot for real.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
man.
That's real.
Mhm.
That's real, bro. That's a fact, man. All praises.
Yeah,
I got. I
faithful
got.
friends, man.
I'm gonna introduce you to my son real quick. Come here, boy.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
It's Octake one right here.
how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah, this is my 17-year-old right here, man. This little Mar right here,
Oh,
Jamar,
I
big
think I
Jamar.
saw. Yeah, I think I had saw him in that picture that you
Yeah,
used to have. Yeah,
that's
yeah, man.
yeah, for sure. All right, boy.
the team, man, the squad. The tribe, bro, the tribe.
Yeah, I got my wife over here too. She just got up. Come on, babe. She ain't gonna get on camera.
Shalom, sis. Shalom, shalom. But
Yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, so that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir.
That's another question too, man. I mean, how has you having close to 7 kids, and just a family? Because I know we was talking earlier about like, all right, if you would have kept going the secular route, you very well would have missed out on an opportunity to have what you have right now.
Right.
So I mean, how much of an impact has that had also on your journey, not just music, what I'm saying, just your journey period, what I'm saying, as you're continuing to still evolve and grow as the man of God that you are, having family.
Right. Right. No, this has been aside from my walk, it's been everything, bro. Like aside from my walk with y'all, with Messiah, bro, my wife has been everything to me, bro. Like keeping me grounded. And as you know, bro, I'm married to a Filipino woman. So coming in the truth, and you come in the truth, you hear so many different things. Oh, if you ain't married to an Israelite, you gotta you gotta break up. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. And we got to the point where it was like, okay, well, Father, even her, like if this is what you want, so be it. Just lead us to separate. If that's your will, because we was hearing it so much. But I remember praying the prayer, bro. I'm like, Father, because and coming in truth, we had to have some hard conversations, bro, me and my wife. Because you wake up, you going through this time where you like angry and you frustrated. And I ain't cutting no corners with nothing, And I was like very frustrated with waking up and seeing how we've been done. And then you think like, oh, now we gotta share this with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I remember just praying a prayer like, Father, show me that she's the woman for me. And when I'm praying this prayer in my mind, I'm thinking, that he's gonna make her morph into loving me more, and you know what I'm saying, and submit to me a certain way. But she began to seek the Father for herself. She began to read the Bible, and the things that I would come tell her about truth that she was kind of like, what? I don't know about that. Now she's more so like, babe, I get it. I get what you're saying. So he began to show me like, yeah, I'm dealing with her too. So the Father, man, he's so powerful, bro. Like, just like, no, I didn't have nobody bringing me in the truth. I literally watched the Father bring my wife into truth. And it was certain conversations that he don't say nothing, because you can't rape nobody with this. You know what I'm saying? You got to let me do this. And I think it was confirmation to me that, one, that the Father want me to walk this thing out with this woman. Two, that she's willing to submit to the Father, not so much willing to submit to me in that moment, but follow him. So I begin to see her heart's posture towards the Father, and then her heart's posture towards me change. Now he's morphing her to become a woman that he want her to be, and we both changing and healing together. And at that time, we only had 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? This is like 2019. So by the time 2024 came, we had, we had 6. So I just think that the Father, he really has blessed our unit, bro. He's allowed us to be fruitful and multiply, man. And this has definitely been the best thing. One of the best things, I would say, after my walk with the Father, one of the best decisions I ever could have made was to love my wife fully, bro. And in that, the Father has showed me that I love myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you often think, man, do I really love my? But nah, it's like loving her is mirroring how I love myself. You see what I'm saying? So it's exciting, bro. And it's also symbolic to how Messiah deal with us, right? And how my being a father is symbolic to how the Father deal with us. So it's just he everywhere, bro, and it blow my mind, bro. So yeah, when I'm down, when I'm out, bro, I know that I can come home to my woman. I can come home to my children, and it reground me and balance me, you know. And it's like, okay, now I gotta straighten up, because if I'm off, then my whole ship is going to sink. I'm going to sink the ship, and I can't do that, you know. So I give the Father all honor, glory, and praises for this woman and for these children, bro. Seriously, man, it is a blessing.
All praises, man. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. And you got such, beautiful children, bro. I know I always make jokes, the tribe, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
Hey,
Oh
hey. I know you at 7, man. So the goal is 12, right?
man, bro. I think 7 is enough, man. Completion, bro. I think it's enough, bro. I think it's enough. But we see what the Father say, bro. Like, I sure didn't. We had kids back to back. So
Hmm.
since 2020, we was having them. And I'll tell you the truth, bro. I'd never seen that happening, bro. Like, I thought we were done, especially after we had the little girl that you met when I heard her up,
Mhm.
Aria. Her name is Aria. After her, I just thought we were done, bro. And then after
Wow,
her,
man.
we had another girl. Then we recently just had 2 sons back to back, 2024, 2020, 2023 and 2024. Yeah, so they
Wow.
like a year apart.
Hmm. Interesting, man. Wow. Wow. I mean, I guess, but hey, nothing's a coincidence, though, man.
Right,
Nothing.
right. And what baffles me is this is the lifestyle when I was growing up that the older man was telling me to stay away from. You know, you're too
Right.
young to deal with one woman. You need to be a pimp. You need to be a player. Boy, they lied to us. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That was nah, man. I be telling the youngsters I work with, bro. First of all, don't touch no girl if you ain't ready to take care of her. You know,
That's true.
and when
That's
that
true.
time comes, make sure you take care of her. It's okay to love one woman. I don't
Mhm.
care if our forefathers had 3, 4. I wouldn't want to extend myself so much, but I love this woman so much that I wouldn't want to make her feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to
Yeah,
make her
bless.
any type
Yeah.
of security or anything like that, bro. Like, nah, man, like we good. Like, she's enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in
Mhm.
every way, in every way, all praises.
Oh, praises indeed, man. And it's just a beautiful thing to see how the Most High has, allowed you guys to be so fruitful and abundant, man. And our hopes and prayers is that He just continues to allow y'all to be even more fruitful and abundant, as a family.
Right,
Um, yeah, man. Especially as your kids are growing up. What I mean, they're crucial, ages, in their lives, where they're really leaning on you guys, for that guidance and y'all directing them in the way in which they should go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I mean, just praying that the Most High just reigns, you know, abundance of blessings upon you and your family. You know what I'm saying? So especially in these times, bro, because I mean, we're in a time right now where a lot of people are very leery about even having one kid, just given the state of the world right now. So, I mean, you
right,
guys have 7, so yeah, man.
right.
Definitely, I'm saying the Most High is, with y'all, and just pray that He continues to be with y'all. Especially, with you, leading your family. You know, what I'm saying being the leader of this, of this pack, man, this unit, this
Right.
tribe. You know what I'm saying? So, all praises for that, bro.
Oh,
Um,
appreciate that, family.
Absolutely, bro. But one more question I did want to ask, because we the posture of the heart, what I'm saying, this is something that we've been touching on quite a bit, throughout this installment. You know what I mean? Because it's everything, bro. It's
Mhm.
everything. Like I said, it's the base on how we do things, how we conduct ourselves, and how we deal with others. You know what I'm saying? So, to those out there, who have their gifts and uh, you know, who might be struck, because I know for you, you said that it took some time for you to pick the mic back up, and I'm very much glad, especially hearing it from you, that you allowed the Most High to do with you what He did, taking you through this journey of healing and restoration from those traumas that you accrued from the past and whatnot, uh, to allow you to approach the mic with a newfound sense of confidence and overall just being in the mind state of a new creature, right? For
Mhm.
those out there who might be dealing with a similar thing, I should say, right? A similar dilemma that you was dealing with at the time. Like what would you say to them as some of the keys to success, you know, overcoming that hurdle and just like I said, man, just allowing the most high to have his way, to use them the way that he desires to use them.
Yeah, man. I would just say, let the Father lead you. Seek Him. Read His Word. You know, and when I say read His Word, I mean start from Genesis and read it all the way through to Revelations. The Revelation. You know, and just allow Him to change you. You know, be patient. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But you will see change along the way. You know what I'm saying? I think another thing is too. I don't know we spoke about it earlier. Is a partiality. You know, don't be partial. Let your heart's posture towards your brethren and sister be a just balance. You know, we know that the Father is not respecter of persons, right? So I think we should be the same way. There's brothers and sisters who may have more status, you know, but that don't mean that they're more important than somebody who has less. You know, there's brothers who got 20,000 followers. There's some that got two. You know, but as long as that person is in Yah, or even if they're not, man, we are held accountable to treat them the same way. You know, and I think that's if we can exercise that in our hearts and in our minds, man, I believe that the Father can work with us. You know, it's the little things that end up being a big door for the enemy to play on. You know, so I think it's good to search your heart or pray to the Father that he searches heart, that he search your heart. You know, and there's he can't fail, he won't fail. But as he's searching your heart, pray for the heart to respond. So or the heart's posture to obey for one thing only, to glorify Him. And I believe that He can. I know that He's going to work with you when it comes to that type of heart posture. You know.
Man, very well said, man. Very poetic sounding as well, bro. Because that's a big thing for me too, bro. We literally on the same, we on one accord when it comes to that, bro. The parody, you know what I'm saying? Just dealing with everybody with as much equality as you can. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the main things that I really, look to exercise here, with Kingdom Music Reviews is being impartial towards people. You know what I'm saying? Or yeah, no, or not being partial, towards people, just allowing that light to be shown. I mean, once again, not that we looking for recognition or the validation of men. Everything that we do should be done in spirit and in truth, right? In hopes to glorify and satisfy the Most High and Messiah. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, um, you notice, just as well as I do, there's so many people out there, who have that gift, you know what I'm saying, that ministry of music. They Most High has given them that talent, right? Um, and they're diligent with that talent as well, right? But they might not really get as much traction, or they might not really get talked about as much, as another individual. Like for instance, this brother who I reviewed, Salt of the Earth, right? With the brother Noah, right? We
Man,
were reviewing his album. You know
man,
who that is?
I was just listening to the brother before we got on, bro. I was just on SoundCloud listening to that.
Oh my gosh, bro. Come
Man,
on, man. That's the
I,
spirit, bro. That's the
man, I
spirit.
actually seen Noah repost one of his thing, and there was a clip, and I was listening. I was like, oh my goodness,
Yeah, bro.
this brother is nice, man.
Yes,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Yes, man. Yeah, his
Yes.
album. Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, yeah, his album, bro, that we reviewed, Deeper Than Rap, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Bro, I highly suggest you listen to that full thing, bro. He did not miss on that one. All 12, all 12. I likened it to like a quiver, you know what I'm saying? A quiver filled with arrows, 12 arrows, bro. And
Man,
he got his target face and he didn't he didn't miss a single one, bro. It was all
right.
bullseyes, bro. All bullseyes, man.
I got to check it out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. Yeah, that brother is nice, man. And
Yeah,
like I said,
bro.
bro, we all should find joy in each other's gifts, bro, because
Mm-hmm.
it comes from Yah, you know.
Yeah.
And with my children, they each have something in them that reminds me of me, right? And I feel like that's how it is with the Father giving us gifts and certain traits and everything. I feel like this is stuff that it comes from Him, you know. So I think that's something to, like I said, enjoy about one of us, bro. I mean, all of us, each other.
That's a deep one too, bro. That only can really come from the perspective of a father, man. Like some of like what you just said. Like I mean,
Right.
like the enjoying, yeah, of course I agree with you on that part. Like enjoying just the gifts and the talents, saying that our brothers and sisters, have to bring to the forefront. But, you even the way in which you equated it, with children, saying like how each of your children, like they take a piece from you and you're able to see yourself through them, and likening that to, the father, saying like how he's, you know what I mean? Because we're all made in his image, bro. So I'm just like, yo, that's deep, man. That's deep, bro. That really only can't come from the perspective of a father, man. Of a
All
father
praise.
figure for sure. Yeah, man. That's blessing, bro.
All
Yeah,
praise.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So I mean, I know you said that you the album. I know you said it's just right now it's currently under construction. You know what I mean? Uh, when you make your albums, like have you ever had a moment where one project has rolled out a lot faster than the other project, just given what it is the Most High is giving you to talk about?
Well, yeah. So far, and since I've become awakened, I only did one project. Everything has been like singles.
Okay,
But I
okay,
will
okay.
say that I would have liked it to be faster, right? But I think sometimes we got to go through some things and have some experiences to have something to talk about, right?
Right,
Especially when
right.
we talk about edifying the body, right? It has to be something that's very, the Father is very intentional with it. I remember,
Mm,
I liken it to this. When I was doing my Bible reading in one year, I got to the Psalms and I was just kind of reading the Psalms, and I'm like, I was reading it, but I'm like, yeah, please. I'm like, give me the context of the Psalms. Like, what's the context? I was just reading, but wasn't really coming. And then I couldn't read no more, but I started going through it. Like, man, I didn't have no more money. But me and my family was kind of struggling. And earlier in the year, I had signed up I did like a survey type of thing, and I signed up for this card, like where they was gonna give me $1,000. Totally forgot about that. And I remember I was trying to do DoorDash and Instacart, and I finally got a delivery, bro. And I was so frustrated. I'm in tears. I'm at the red light, like, yeah, if I've done anything wrong, please forgive me. Like, I know that this is because of me. This is not because of you. This is because of me. And I'm just kind of communing with the Father in tears. I was struggling. And as I'm going to deliver this food, I get a phone call, and it's this lady on the other line. She said, "Hey, earlier in the year, you signed up for this thing, and I just want to let you know that we have your $1,000. Come pick it up." And I never forget, I'm leaving his house, and I'm like, "Thank you, Father." And he spoke to me, and I'm like, that's the context of the Psalms right there. You know, you're going through things, you pray to me, you repent, and I come through for you. And it's like, oh man, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's when I know who to call on. That was that week. I know who to call on, and bro, that has become so far like I hate to say like my biggest song, but like my most played song, and it was so personal, bro. So I feel like the Father is very intentional with what He gives and when He give it and how He give it. So if I'm like trying to construct or put together an album, like I also have to go on a journey in real life to give it.
Big facts, bro. Big facts. Because when I had the brother Jamel, the trunk rattler, on for an installment of Beyond the Mic. Shouts out to my brother Jamel.
Sure.
What you just said is exactly what he said. Because he released his project, his album Yahuwahville,
Mm,
and he really had to go through he went through a similar experience like what you just said. He was struggling. As a matter of fact, he was actually homeless. I didn't notice until he actually dropped that that revelation on me. uh when him and I were actually conversing a bit more extensively, or at least more than what we were when we met each other for the first time at F3 in person last summer. And little did I know until once again he told me that at that time he was actually homeless, him and his family. you
wow.
know um but of course, the most high, like I said, most high, he always comes through. He always
Oh,
comes through. He always, makes everything fall right into place, when you least expect it. Not when you want it, right? But when it needs to be done. The most high never misses, right? Um, and yeah, a lot of what he experienced during that time of lack, served as a lot of, the themes, I'm saying, the themes and the concept behind Yahuwahville. So, because I think initially before he went through that trial period, right, he already had some of the material recorded, but then that's
mm,
when the Most High put it to a halt, and then he had him go through his trial, and then that's when after going through his trial, he had the necessary content ammunition, if you would, to finish up the rest of the album. So he
oh,
had to
praise.
walk it. He had to walk it before he could
Right,
talk it. You know what I'm saying? You actually
right.
have to go through the experience. And the reason why is because it makes it that much more profound when you've actually been through that avenue. You know what I mean? Which is why so I'm assuming that's why you don't really drop too, because I don't you don't really drop like that, man. You don't really drop for real
Yeah.
like that.
Only when the Father giving it to me, bro. And it's a trip, right? Because it's like I know when the Father want me to do music because all of a sudden Julian will start sending me some beats or Khalid.
Mhm.
Now, sometimes I'm not even in the mood to make music, but they'll just be giving it to me. And I'm like, okay, it might be time again. And all of a sudden, the context of what the Father want me to speak about, I start experiencing these things, whether it be in the workplace or the grocery store, you know what I'm saying? It's day-to-day life. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's like putting it together for me and showing me it. And even to picking the beats, bro, like it really is intentional, bro. You know,
Mhm.
it's almost an eerie thing, bro. It's crazy, man. But all praises to the Father. Yeah, I don't really drop that much because it's times when I'm making music and it's times when I gotta go live life. You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
yes, sir.
That's a fact though, man. Because like I said, man, even me myself, like I used to be on that type of time as well years back, thinking that just drop, but it's just like at some point, you really do have to just really reset, what I'm saying, let the most high, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like really let the most high show you, okay, where you need to go next. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Not just, I mean, don't get it twisted. I mean, if you're able to just keep dropping and dropping and dropping, I mean, hey, much power to you if you're able to do that. But me, like you and I, we're the same. Like, I
right,
really can't do anything. I cannot, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I can't so much as utter a word if the most high is not really fueling me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need. That's my, it's like our cars, you know what I'm saying? These gasoline cars, that's what if that's the type of, at least that's the car that I'm referring to, a gasoline type of car. You need that to to, keep driving the car. If you have an empty gas tank, you're not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's my gasoline. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the spirit, his inspiration and what he's putting on, on my heart. If I don't have that, bro, I'm telling you, dude, I can't do it, man. I can't say it. I mean, people probably think like, dude, it's not that hard, bro. Like, bro.
No, I get it, bro. I get it, big time, man.
I mean, it's spiritual, bro. It's a spiritual thing, man. And one final question, bro. That's a really like, park things. Because I mean, like I said, you and I, we're both very much aware of the spiritual warfare that we're in. Just knowing Satan's agenda and how he's using a lot of different, just a lot of different things, a lot of different, you know, territory, a lot of different avenues to manipulate, the masses. Music is obviously one of the biggest ones. Just being aware of his overarching agenda to pretty much steer people, away from the Most High. Like, how does that, make you feel, and does that fuel you to go that much harder? Um, with the gift that the Most High has given you with the music.
Definitely, bro. It's very vexing because it's from every direction, you know. Um, the attacks, the agenda. It's like once I leave my house, it's in my face. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be at work, we can speak about it from every aspect, right? The
Mhm.
the LGBT community and how it's overtaken the young men. I'm a BT and I work at a middle school, and I see how I remember when I was in high school, bro. It used to be like maybe one gay boy. Now you have about 10, 15 of them, and they're actually. I got a young man in my school that has two mothers that's transitioning to be men to date each other. Now he's transitioning to be a girl. So it's just like that frustrates me, right? And then you get on social media, you see the perversion, and that's something I deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like the lust, and the perversion. That's the thorn in my side, would you say? You know what I'm saying? Like that's been my fight since I was a kid. So when I log on and you see BBLs and all these women, they all look the same. They got their butts out, they got their breasts out. It's vexing, bro. Sometimes I fall victim to that. I may look for too long. You know what I'm saying? And then you get urges to do other things. So it's a fight, bro. So it teaches me, bro, that we have to go hard. We have to be on it. You know what I'm saying? We cannot miss the opportunity to or do anything that would separate us from the Father, right? You wouldn't go to war and show up on the battlefield without your armor on. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't go be on the battlefield with a hoodie and some a beanie and some shorts on. So this is how we got to see it every day. The moment we
Some
open up our eyes,
and some slides. I'm
it's a
just
slides. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be out there barefoot. You know what I'm saying? It might be their own flip flops on. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
we gotta make sure that that's how we see this thing, bro. And that's what I'm learning, bro. I'm just learning, and that's why for me, like, yeah, with the music too, like okay, putting the music out there, but also like just everyday life, bro. Just making sure that we pray that we be pillars of righteousness and vessels for His Spirit to dwell, right? Because people are watching. My brother BC told me a quote one time, bro, and I'm not sure where he got it from, but he said, "Preach the gospel, and if necessary, use words." Right? We can talk about this thing all day, but if we ain't walking it out, then what's the point? I feel like knowing a man by his fruit is not knowing a man by the things that he has, but how do you handle things when you're under pressure? You know what I'm saying? When you out there in the midst of all these wolves, man, who that can pull you any type of way. How do you stand firm on Yah, you know, and on the foundation? You know what I'm saying? Do you continue to walk this thing out when you have every chance and opportunity to turn aside? You know, and I just think as men of the Most High, who follow the Messiah, we have to really stand on business, bro, from the moment we open up our eyes, bro. And whatever that look like for you, whatever your conviction is, whatever way the Father is convicting you to do that, you have to go with it. You know, and I think a lot of times we often, especially when we walking in large groups, we try to mimic each other's walk. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's fight is different. You have to go with your conviction. Always go with your conviction. And I feel like if we go with our conviction and stand on righteousness, then we're going hard for the Father. You know what I'm saying? By any means, by all means.
Man, very, very well said. And we can't walk one another's walks, bro. Like at the end of the day, I mean, we already spoke about this earlier, bro. Like, you know, that emulation, bro. It's just like, dude, you know, and also us all having like a unique extension of the Father given unto us. It's just like, you know, you can. It reminds me of something that the brother Ben Cole said when I had him on. You know, for Beyond the Mic installment, pretty much saying that you can't be more than what the Most High ordained you to be. You can only be according to what He, you know, designed you to. Pretty much, you can't be much more beyond that. And fighting it and trying to still, you know, do things as if like, you know, you're in control or you're more than what the Most High designed you to be is really just making you look, you know, idiotic. Really, is what it's gonna do. It's like you're not gonna really accomplish much out of that, or get much anything out of that. You know what I'm saying? You just got to play to your strengths. You know what I'm saying? And know that you know you have limitations. You know what I'm saying? You
That's a
have
fact.
limitations, man. Yeah, bro. You
That's a
know what I
fact.
mean?
Shaquille
Mm.
O'Neal wasn't finna go out there and play Derek Fisher position. You know what I'm saying? Derek Fisher wasn't finna play the five, man. You know,
Exactly, bro.
it's all about, you know, just knowing that, you know, if you're the thumb or the index, bro, you important. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Big time, bro.
it don't
Big.
matter. Man, we all important in your role. You're valuable when you're playing your role. You know,
Mhm.
when you're showing up doing what the Father has ordained you to do. Like
Absolutely.
anything outside of that, then what's the point? You know?
And that's an interesting thing that you said, the brother BC brought up. He said, preach this word and speak when necessary, something like that. Oh man, that's
Well, and if necessary, use words.
if necessary, use words. That's so interesting, bro. That's a new one, bro. That's a new one, man. Wow.
It's powerful, man. Man, and that he said that to me. I don't know where exactly he got the quote, but he said that to me years ago, bro. And that's something that has stuck with me ever since, man. It's been almost about 10 years, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a timeless one right there for sure. That age is like fine wine, man.
thanks.
Man, my goodness. Wow. But yeah, I mean, just all in all, you know, just being aware and knowing that there is an agenda, you know, to basically supersede most highest agenda, you know what I'm saying, of everlasting love, you know, life, peace, just eternity being in his presence, man. There's an agenda to basically deceive, you know, the masses from accepting that, you know, or wanting that, or even, you know, having a drive to want to strive for that, really. You know what I mean? So just being aware of that, especially as believers, you know, it really should just encourage us all the more, like you were just saying, you know, to stay armored up, like it tells us in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, you
Right.
know what I mean, verses 12 through 18, you know, staying girded up, keeping our eyes on the prize, and you know, also that humility, you know, knowing, you know, our places in the body. I mean, the way I look at it, bro, at the end of the day, bro, man, as long as I get that one penny, man, that's all that matters, bro. It don't matter what position I am in. It don't matter if I'm the eye. It don't matter if I'm the cornea or I'm the blood vessel or whatever, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, the Most High, He called us all to labor in His vineyard for one penny. That penny being the kingdom of heaven. As long as we get that, bro, we
Right,
good, bro. We
right.
good. Yeah, man. We straight. That's all that matters.
Oh, praises, bro. That's facts, man.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But shoot, before we actually, bring this thing to a close, is there anything you would like to leave brothers and sisters with, before we actually, um, you know, bring this thing to an end full circle?
Man, I just encourage the brothers and sisters to keep walking, man. I pray the Father give us all the strength to endure and stay girded up, man. The enemy never sleeps, never stops, bro. So it's like we have to make sure that we are on the defense and offense. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta play both. So just hang in there, man. Keep your head up and keep striving for the kingdom. All praises.
Oh, praises indeed, man. It was a pleasure having you on finally. I mean, like I said, I know this is something that we've had cooking up for some time now, man. But hey, everything is in its divine timing, bro. Nothing's a coincidence. So
Right.
hey, giving all praises to the Most High, and Mashiach that was finally able to get this thing going. Um, and it was a blessing, bro. It was a blessing. I mean, you really broke that down. And like I said, man, just these installments, this is what this was, it's what it's all about, man. What I mean, it's meant to really give those out there an insight onto who you really are, because you just don't know how that's going to move them and how that's going to inspire them along their journey. Just being able to hear some of the things that you were able to go through, or that the Most High brought you through along your walk, and how you were able to overcome certain obstacles to become that much more stronger and that much more convicted in your faith. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I said, it was just a blessing to have you on, so that way, you can speak it, what I'm saying? Like it's all straight from the source. It's no middlemen or anything like that involved. It's all from your personal experiences, bro. You know.
Yes, sir. Man. Thanks for having me, bro. Thank the Most High for you. You know I love you, man. Yes, sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
hey,
Yeah,
no, I love you too, what? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, bro. Shoot.
yeah.
But well, family, yeah, that was Yafi, and this was another installment of Beyond the Mic. Continue to show the support that you've been showing for the podcast, and yeah, Lord willing, I'll see you guys on the next one. I say peace and shalom.
Shalom.